This is Sam Spencer reporting live from the New Zealand Embassy. I'm pleased to be joined by a legend in Maine Democratic politics, Severin Beliveau. First job in public life was Oxford County Attorney, is that true?
That's correct, yes.
You later were state representative, elected in 1964, state senator, chairman of the party. You've held leadership positions with the National Party as well. But today you are the man of the hour for organizing this party for all the Mainers who are down here in Washington, D.C., here at the New Zealand Embassy. Tell us how this party came to be.
Well, the basis, it evolves, Sam, following the election, Governor Baldacci and I were meeting, and we inquired as to whether there'd be an event for Maine residents attending the convention, and we found that, unlike other states, that Maine would not be hosting an event. The state society chose not to do so, so we concluded that someone should host an event. The state didn't have the resources to do it, so my partners and I in our law firm said, well, why don't we host the event? Nice gesture, it's a historic event. As you know, my son's been involved in the campaign, so we thought we'd all benefit from that relationship. So about a month ago, we started the planning organization, called various restaurants and other venues in Washington, trying to identify a site, and found that the expense was so high that they were charging anywhere from $200 to $500 a person, far beyond our very conservative, modest means. And so, through a friend of mine, who was the Consul General of New Zealand, and we met the Prime Minister of New Zealand several years ago. We'd been in New Zealand, we'd established relationships with him. We made a cold call. We called the New Zealand ambassador about a month ago from my office in Portland, and he responded and said that he would gladly host this event, and it evolved from there to this magnificent show today.
And Maine and New Zealand have somewhat of a relationship already. You were talking about the inspiration for the trail. Tell us about that.
Yes,
what's the name of the trail?
It's the Maine Hut Trail System. It's a 180-mile trail system beginning in Bethel, ending at Moosehead Lake, and we're going to be building a series of huts. It's an opportunity for Maine people. It's part of the ecotourism program the state is trying to develop. And years ago, in 2003, when we were in New Zealand, we visited a similar program the New Zealand government has proposed, has in fact implemented. It's a series of hiking trails for the middle-aged individuals and huts, places where you can live and have a meal at night. So you can hike for 6-7 hours, 5 or 6 hours, 8 to 10 miles a day on flat land, and enjoy a meal at night. So this program is being replicated in Maine today. At this point, about 40 miles have been built in the Carrapassett area. 2 huts have been constructed. About $4 million, $5 million has been spent at this point. Ultimately, within 3 or 4 years, we expect to have the program in place. From Bethel, one could hike from Bethel to Moosehead and sleep in as many as 6 different huts en route.
Wow. We've already interviewed your son Emmett today. You must be extremely proud to see how far he's come. When I was working on the Gore campaign in 2000, Emmett was basically entry-level advancement, and to see him be the executive director of the Presidential Inauguration Committee makes me, for one, extremely proud of how far he's come. You must share similar thoughts as his father.
Obviously, I have those feelings. Of course, his mother and I are very proud of what he's accomplished. And I'm quick to mention that he's earned it. I mean, it's one of these things that, as you've observed, Sam, he worked in the Gore campaign, the Kerry campaign, and he's had touch of that political virus, and our family's been exposed to politics as a child. But in any event, in every case, he worked bloody hard to do it, and as he did in the Obama campaign, and clearly it was an honor for him to be selected to run the inauguration, and I think that things worked out well for him and for the administration. I think ultimately only good things can happen for him and for the state of Maine through this.
And are you and Cynthia, have you been having a good time this weekend?
No. We've had a great time. We've had this event, of course, has taken some planning, but the ambassador and his wife have been very helpful to us, and we've stayed there for. We've stayed at the embassy. Our family's here. 3 of the 4 boys are here.
You're staying at the embassy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We have to reduce our overhead. We thought that if the ambassador just kindly offered us his residence, so the boys and I and their wives are staying at the ambassador's residence. He's hosted a number of meals for us. It's been, could not be any better.
Well, Severin Beliveau, Mr. Democrat as is often called, thanks for this great event and congratulations to you, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sam. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed the interview.